Elaina McCoulskey, Miss San Antonio, and my platform is Talk Through the Taboo, which is about raising awareness and lowering the stigma surrounding mental health.
My name is Jack Patrick Enriquez. My platform is FTS Fight the Stigma. We discuss stigma surrounding mental health, myths, misconceptions, and being open about dialogue about mental health. Hey, how are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Just fine.
Good.
My mental illness will always be with me. I will always struggle with my trauma. But I've been given a unique opportunity to use it to help those who need a voice, to be proof that we are equal and just as strong as everyone else. With or without the crown, I will always be an advocate, and I will dedicate my entire life to showing the world just what people with mental illness are capable of.
I really loved your video, and everything that you were saying, I've been saying for like years. I want to be an advocate for mental health, and I understand you do too. So like, you winning Miss San Antonio, you're using it as a platform to talk about mental health.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I started talking about mental health after my friend died by suicide, and unfortunately I witnessed it. And that was the moment where I realized just how unprepared people are to deal with that sort of stuff. Like, all I knew was to go study, and I didn't talk to anyone about it. And so that's where I just really wanted to show people, like, get through it, like, we're strong. Never turn back, really.
Yeah. I've dealt with suicide before. I always say now, fortunately I was successful. But I know sometimes people are successful, and that's what is really tragic. But what keeps me, I guess, from not actually doing it is I know that there are people here in my life that do support me, and I have pets, and I have a lot of friends that I'd be leaving something really good behind.
Yeah.
So that's what keeps me from doing it. But it would be a lie that it doesn't cross my mind. And I have a disorder called borderline personality disorder. And what it is, I have no core, I have no sense of self. I was severely abused by my grandmother when I was a child. And from the abuse, I didn't want to be abandoned. I don't like when things don't work out with a friendship or even with a job. I don't take rejection very well. I feel like my being transgender doesn't really have to do much with my mental health, but I guess I feel more confident. But as far as like the issues that I deal with inside, those are still the same.
So did you notice the difference in how people treated your mental health through your transition? Like, when you went from passing as a girl to a boy, did people start treating you differently?
Well, I grew up as a girl, and they would, just blame it on, oh, you're just too emotional, you're just, oh, you're,
all the time.
women are just moody, stop being more dramatic. But now, changing over to a guy, men don't really talk about it.
Yeah.
So it's something I don't really ever talk about anymore. It's just kind of been a silence, which I don't think we should be silent. I think as men, we should discuss mental health with each other. But women, I found, want to know more. We talk more to each other. And men kind of don't talk as much. And that's not every guy. But most of the guys that I've seen, they just keep quiet about something like that. I'm in DBT therapy, which helps a lot. And, taking medication, I always say openly, I take antipsychotic medication. And sometimes I don't want to say antipsychotic because that's seen as like scary.
Assume.
Yeah, like, oh, if you don't take it, what are you going to kill me? No.
Yeah.
What it just means is that sometimes our emotions just get so, rapid, and we feel all, anxious, and that the antipsychotic helps us sort of settle down. So I have this idea that I want to wear a green suit and I want to pass out balloons. And as I pass out balloons, I want a button on my suit that says, I have a mental illness. Or I can put whatever else. I have a mental illness, or I have PTSD, or you can have buttons that say certain things if you want. And we'll pass out balloons and we show people, even if we have a mental illness, we are kind members of society. We want to be your friend. We're successful. You can be friends with us. Basically.
I love that. Let's spread some positivity. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.